Well, from Hell's Kitchen to Harlem, Shoshana Bean is most definitely in an Empire state of mind right now. The Tony nominee is gearing up to bring her legendary holiday concert back to the Apollo while bringing the house down in the new Alicia Keys musical at the Public Theater. Watch this.
I just don't want to say goodbye 'cause you are my baby, baby. Nothing really matters. I don't really care what nobody tells me. I'm gonna be here. It's a matter of extreme importance. My first teenage love.
Oh, and Shoshana is with me now.
My friend, thank you.
Listen, I know that you just got so emotional
Oh my God.
over Darlene.
I'm gonna cry again.
Oh, I'm not gonna do it. I was just gonna say I got so emotional watching you in this show because you are
thank
so
you.
good.
Thank you, honey.
You blow everybody away. We read that Alicia Keys, like working with her, was one of the things that was on your bucket
Oh
list.
yeah, there were 3 people left as far as like artists, recording artists that I was like before I die, and yeah, now there's 2 left.
So what was it like working with her? Did it live up to your expectations?
It did, and it surpassed them certainly to a great extent. She's just everything that I hoped and wanted her to be. She is. She sort of walks in the room, and you feel like everything just sort of like levels and buzzes at like a very meditated vibration. But she is
What a nice presence to have around you.
Truly is.
Yeah.
Truly. She vibrates at a very beautiful space, and it's been beautiful to watch her lead in the way that she does. I'm a very type A, sort of like fast-paced, aggressive leader, and she is the complete opposite. And it's so fascinating to be in that space and watch things still be very productive and creative and collaborative, while still, you know, not pushing and rushing. It's been inspiring, yeah.
And so you play Jersey, you play her mom, who was a single mom who took care of her, and Hell's Kitchen raised her. You wrote in, I think, in the playbill that you were raised by a single mom.
Yeah.
Do you bring some of that into this role? Is your mom maybe in some of this character?
I think this particular character is a lot more strict and controlling and protective than my mother was, but I am just inherently, innately my mother.
Yeah.
Like there's things I
we
say
all are.
or the way I deliver things or physically, I'm like, I'm my mother. Also, like it takes place in 95, and I was in high school in 95, and like I've said, you know, I remember my mom used to wear denim on denim. She wore like a denim button down. So sure enough, it's one of my costumes. So, and I'm lining my lips the way my mom lined her lips in the 90s. So I am absolutely a manifestation of my mother.
Oh my God,
all these years
it.
later, 100%. Yeah.
Well, we had BVD here the other day, Brandon Victor Dixon, and he was talking about how you change it up like every night. It's a challenge for him to keep up with you.
He's such a liar because he changes it up too.
Oh, he does.
He's not. I saw what he said, and I was like, that's not entirely true. he's a sleeping sniper. Don't listen to him.
Oh my gosh. Well, another very exciting thing that you're doing. This is the 6th time you're doing your holiday concert at the Apollo.
Yeah.
You know, you've done so many shows. What makes the Apollo so special? I mean, it's an institution.
It is. It's the house itself. I really feel like it's sacred ground. It's a church. So I feel like the first time we stepped in there, I knew something special was happening.
Yeah.
And subsequently, every time we've returned, it's just, that's why I keep going back, is for that feeling. It's unlike any other to step out onto that stage with that crowd at this time of year in that space. Something holy and magical happens every time, and it's a feeling that I have to have and have to give to what I know has become a really special experience for the audience as well.
Yes, I mean, what people say about this show. I'm currently trying to get tickets to this show.
We got you. You know the right
you.
people. Don't try.
But listen, so you've already announced some amazing guest stars. Kristen Chenoweth is going to be there. Betty Who, Alex Newell. Do you know what are they going to be singing with you?
Well,
Can
I'm
you
not
say?
going to tell you that, but we do have a couple other surprises up our sleeve that are not going to be in.
Like maybe Alicia Keys.
She actually has a show at the Public that night. We'll see if they can make it up.
Oh, okay. But the audience is, you know, star-studded as well. You just mentioned you do this also just to have a special experience for the audience. You know, if anyone from like Hillary Clinton
Yeah.
to, I mean, it's a who's who. Dan Levy.
Yeah.
Do you like knowing when there's people there to see
No,
you?
I'm terrible. And even down at the public, I kind of made like a blanket statement to the cast because, you know, it's Alicia. Alicia has very fancy
Distracting.
people coming to the show. And I'm
Yeah.
like, if you know, don't tell me because I get in my head and all I can think
Yes.
of, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
So no, I don't love knowing.
Yeah, okay, so if anyone famous goes to see
Don't tell
Shoshana, do not tell her you're coming ahead of time. All right, well, you can catch Shoshana in Hell's Kitchen, please do. Playing now at the Public Theater and at the Apollo next Monday, which I hope to be at. For tickets to her holiday show, head to Ticketmaster.com. Good to see you.
So good to see you
Amazing
always. Thank you, my friend. I
project.
appreciate
Good to see you, too. I appreciate you back.